Do Amish play sports? So it depends. In our community, we were not allowed to play softball once we were out of school, really. In school, we played it a lot. We played rounder at the one school because we didn't have enough kids to make up two opposing teams to play softball. So there was always only three players on offense. You had three batters. And if the first one didn't score in time to bat after the third one was done batting, then he was out. And then he would go into right field, then center, then left, third, short, second base, first base, pitcher, catcher, and then the catcher would become the next batter. And if you caught a fly ball, it would automatically swap it out. That game was called rounder. And that was played so you wouldn't have to have two full teams. After we were out of school, we were not allowed to play softball very often, only on afternoons of a wedding. And once a year, the young folk would get together to play softball on Pink Schmoondog, Pentecost Monday. We did play volleyball a lot in the later years. They allowed it in our community. We would pull two buggies up after church in the yard or on a driveway somewhere and put a volleyball net in between the two, and then we'd play, boys and girls would get together and play volleyball on a Sunday afternoon until it was time for the sing. But we were never allowed to always be on the same team. We had to choose teams every time to keep it from becoming too competitive and, too much about trying to compete. It was just for fun, mainly. Now, in some of the stricter communities, they weren't even allowed to have a glove to play softball with. They had to use their hands to catch the ball. And I always thought that was very difficult. And my cousins in Ashland, Ohio, they had to play that way. Because we also did play sometimes at family get-togethers would play. But like I said, we weren't allowed to play competitively. And Middlefield, I had some cousins up there as well. They were a lot more modern up there. And they had leagues that they played on. And the same kids would play on the same team. And they got very competitive. And they had like leagues and championships and all this other good stuff going on. We were not allowed to play baseball because one person had got hurt by a fastball. And they deemed it unsafe to play baseball in our community.